Can you beat 99 nights in the forest without moving? Well, what exactly counts as moving? Using any of the WASD keys counts as moving. Using arrow keys as well counts as moving. But shift locking, using different emotes such as /E dance doesn't count. And some other tricks that I may or may not reveal in this video. I have to see if I can survive all 99 nights to actually beat this game. The first thing that I noticed is that some spawns you actually cannot access the crafting table, but other spawns you will be able to access it. And there may even be a tree close by, but unfortunately for me, I cannot reach the tree as my arms are not that long. But what could I craft in here? What would be actually useful? Well, a map, old bed, bunny trap, and crafting table probably wouldn't be as useful, but perhaps we can use some of these items to actually push our character in the direction that we want. Only thing is that it costs wood, and we obviously have none right now. Other than that, we can also look at the level 2 area, because if we equip a class such as the blacksmith, we'll actually be able to unlock this area. And are any of the items in here useful? Well, the farm plot. This is probably going to be the most useful item for us, because without the farm plot, we have no way to reliably get food, and therefore, we'll literally just starve out here without any plan whatsoever. So we have to find some way to gather up enough wood for the farm plot. But how do we actually access the farm plot over here? Well, that is when I log back in with the blacksmith class. Now equipped with the blacksmith, I'll be able to unlock crafting items from the next tier, all the way up to tier 4. But this still doesn't answer the issue about how am I actually going to get wood, and what can I even do in this game? Well, one thing that I can do is keep on resetting until I get a lucky spawn with a tree right next to me. There appears to be no trees right next to me in this one. No trees in this one either. No trees in this one. Yo, I have never seen a shed this close to the base. What? Too bad I can't access it. I can't turn my camera enough. So after like, what, 30-40 attempts, I haven't even gotten a tree close to me. I'm starting to see that this is literally impossible. Maybe because trees can't spawn within a certain range of the campfire. Now I'm gonna move because this isn't a part of the challenge and just show you the range of the campfire. So when I put in the logs, as you can see there's a little circle around it. And I think this circle extends slightly more, so it's probably around like this area. And in this area, trees cannot spawn inside of it, because I haven't gotten a tree even close to me. This is literally impossible. But I have thought of another solution. After hours of going back to the drawing board, thinking about what I should be doing, I know a plan. And this plan must work. For this plan, I need multiple people, preferably 5 people. And you're probably thinking, oh well, how's adding more people gonna help you? You just probably need more food to sustain yourself, and you won't be able to actually get more days. I needed food, and I needed fire. In order to get food, that's pretty simple. There's some bunnies nearby, and all you need is really just 10 logs to support yourself with the farm. But the fire, you need a reliable source of trees. And the thing is that even if a tree did spawn right next to me, I couldn't even plant it because you cannot plant saplings this close to your campfire. Therefore, I needed a plan which involved someone very specific, a max level lumberjack. The lumberjack had a specific passive which actually allows you to have a slight chance of doubling the amount of saplings. And by having double the amount of saplings, I can effectively go ahead and increase my tree production. But I can't even plant the saplings. Therefore, I have thought of another trick using the medic. The medic, you're probably thinking, hey, if somebody dies then you can revive them, right? But no, there is so much more to the medic that meets the eye. The medic will allow a character to reset, and then you can move their body around, and when you moved it to a location, then you can revive their body, and they've essentially moved without touching their keyboard. So basically, if I'm playing the medic, someone else is playing the lumberjack, they can reset their character, I move their body, I revive them, and then they've basically moved. And it also works on medics as well. I can reset my character, the lumberjack can pick up my bandages, move me around, revive me, as long as you have the starting bandages. Using this, the medic and the lumberjack, you would then be able to artificially move your character to actually go to the nearest tree and cut it down and get infinite sources of wood with your saplings. But not only that, there's also more that we need to actually cover. Because obviously, we need to actually be able to unlock the farm plot, because it is locked behind crafting bench level 1, which requires you to get a single piece of scrap. Now we can actually bypass this with the blacksmith that I've talked about earlier, but no, we are not done yet. This is the magical 5-man squad that we need. The next component we need is going to be the alien. Why the alien? It's because the alien is the only class in the game with unlimited ranged bullets. Basically, using this, we can just ensure that when a cultist raids us, the melee cultists, you can just use your axe and hit them and they'll die. But the ranged cultists, if you don't take care of them, they will keep on shooting you forever and forever. Therefore, you need an alien to actually be able to go ahead and shoot the ranged cultists down and ensure that you don't take too much damage. And not only that, we have one more slot. And this last slot will be the farmer. The farmer will allow us to actually go ahead and increase our yield from our farm plots. Because I'm thinking that we actually might not have enough to sustain ourselves with just a couple of farm plots alone. Because early game, we'll only be relying on 1 or 2 farm plots and we'll most likely starve before then. Therefore, we need a farmer to provide us with things such as pumpkin, corn, and also apple trees with the unique passive that it has to actually go ahead and support us throughout this run. And I also made sure to note every single thing that could occur in the starting area. So right now I'm moving, it's because I'm not doing a challenge, but you could get, obviously you can get wood, you can get carrots, you can get rabbits, but not only that, there's also a guaranteed piece of coal that you can get, and that's probably all you knew. But there's also much more spawns that are rare that you can actually get in the game, such as a wooden pile. You can even get part of a ranger's camp to actually go ahead and open up a chest, and that chest could give you something like a spear or a good sack or even a good axe, or it could also give you a fuel canister which could help you unlock more parts of the map and help you move around if you have enough bandages, that is. And I can't believe I went most of this video without even telling you guys this, but if you do manage to wedge yourself on something, for example this thing right here, if I press a space jump, which is basically not using the WASD key, I can actually go ahead and launch myself. And I'm pretty sure I can also use like different shift locks to actually go ahead and launch myself even further if I do it correctly. And there's also more areas. For example, if I do somehow find myself on like over here, right, the opposite side over here, I can use a glitch over here /elaph, and I can change my camera and actually just go to the other side. Also, you can wait until the pellet trader comes towards you, and let's say the pellet trader is walking towards me, right? I can jump up in mid-air, and in mid-air, if I just jump and don't move, if the pellet trader does come under me at that exact time, then I'll actually be able to move, because when the pellet trader moves, then I'll also be able to move with the pellet trader. Come on, pellet trader, move for me. Come on, man, you gotta move. Anyhow, with a technique where if you're standing on an object like this, and you press space, you can hop off, you can move that way. But the only thing is that which item here would allow me to do that? There's one item that comes to mind. But there was one main issue with this entire plan. Yes, the fact is that I was all alone over here. So now is this it? I'm by myself. Can I still do this challenge and actually beat the game? Give me some more ideas on how I can beat the game and let me know if I should do a part 2.